Welcome to my channel Mintage Mysteries, where every coin has a hidden story. If you love discovering hidden treasures and uncovering coin secrets, you're in the right place. We're on a quest to solve the puzzles behind the world's most fascinating coins. From rare errors to legendary rarities, let's dive into the mysteries of numismatics. The 2018 Lincoln penny, formerly known as the Lincoln cent, is a small but enduring symbol of American history and identity. Its origins trace back over a century to 1909, when it became the first regular-issue U.S. coin to feature the likeness of a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. Introduced to mark the 100th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the coin broke with tradition at a time when American coinage typically avoided portraits of actual individuals. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the coin's obverse featured a right-facing profile of Lincoln, a design that remains largely unchanged to this day. By 2018, the Lincoln penny had long been a fixture in American pockets, cash registers, and coin collections. Over the years, it has undergone various changes, both in its reverse design and in its physical composition, reflecting shifts in cultural sentiment, economic priorities, and minting technology. In terms of composition, the 2018 penny continues the material standards set in 1982. Prior to that year, pennies were primarily made of 95% copper. However, rising metal costs prompted the U.S. Mint to adopt a more economical solution. Since then, the penny has been composed of a core of 99.2% zinc, plated with a thin layer of pure copper. This gives the coin its familiar reddish appearance while significantly reducing production costs. In total, each 2018 penny weighs 2.5 grams and measures 19.05 millimeters in diameter. Design-wise, the 2018 cent retains the iconic Lincoln bust on the obverse, but the reverse reflects a more recent update. In 2010, the U.S. Mint introduced a new reverse design known as the Union Shield. Created by artist Lyndall Bass and sculpted by U.S. Mint engraver Joseph Mena, the design features a shield with 13 vertical stripes representing the original colonies joined in unity. A horizontal bar atop the shield represents Congress. Across this bar is the inscription E pluribus unum, Latin for, out of many, one. Just above the shield, the word 1 cent is boldly displayed, reaffirming the coin's denomination. This shield design replaced the 4 reverse designs used in 2009 to commemorate Lincoln's bicentennial, each depicting a different stage of his life, from his Kentucky birthplace to his presidency in Washington, D.C. The 2010 update was meant to symbolize Lincoln's preservation of the United States as a unified nation through the Civil War, echoing the strength and permanence of the Union. Other familiar inscriptions remain present on the coin. Liberty is struck to Lincoln's left, and the year 2018 appears to his right, just below the motto, In God We Trust. Coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint do not bear a mint mark, while those from Denver carry a small D to the right of the date. Despite ongoing debates about its continued relevance and cost-effectiveness, the penny remains a part of daily life in the United States. For many, especially collectors and history enthusiasts, the Lincoln cent, especially in its modern form, serves not just as currency, but as a tangible link to the country's past, its values, and its evolving identity. The 2018 Lincoln penny stands as a quiet tribute to one of America's greatest leaders and the principles he fought to uphold. Even in an increasingly digital age, this small copper-plated coin continues to circulate widely, carrying with it a rich legacy of history, symbolism, and national pride. Most people don't think twice about the penny, a coin that's often tossed into jars, left in change trays, or ignored at checkout counters. But in the world of coin collecting, even the smallest denomination can carry substantial value under the right circumstances. The 2018 Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how modern coins, while minted in massive quantities, can sometimes become rare and valuable, either by mistake or by exceptional condition. To begin understanding the potential value of a 2018 penny, we need to first recognize that it was not a rare issue in terms of overall mintage. The U.S. Mint struck over 11.8 billion Lincoln cents in 2018 across both the Philadelphia and Denver mints. Of those, over 5.9 billion came from Philadelphia, and another 5.7 billion were minted in Denver. Because of this massive production, the vast majority of 2018 pennies are extremely common and worth no more than their face value, 1 cent. However, rarity in numismatics is not always tied to mintage numbers alone. Many coins become valuable due to a combination of factors like die varieties, minting errors, strike quality, metal composition anomalies, and overall preservation. Even within a year of high production, a few special coins can emerge and command prices that surprise casual observers. One of the key areas collectors focus on is error coins. These are coins that have something go wrong during the minting process, resulting in a visual or structural anomaly. In the case of the 2018 Lincoln penny, several types of errors have been documented and are considered quite valuable. Among the most notable are double die errors, particularly double die obverse. This kind of error happens when the die used to strike the coin has been imprinted with a doubled image during its creation. On 2018 cents, collectors have found examples where the inscriptions "Liberty," "In God We Trust," and the date 2018 show signs of doubling. These errors can range from minor to dramatic. In the most significant cases, where the doubling is clear and visible to the naked eye, values can jump significantly. Some certified double die pennies from 2018 have sold for $50 to $150 depending on their severity and condition. Other error types that have surfaced for the 2018 penny include off-center strikes, where the coin was not properly aligned during striking, resulting in part of the design being cut off. Coins with a 5% to 10% off-center strike might be worth $10 to $30, but if the error is more severe, say 50% off-center with a full date still visible, the coin's value can exceed $100. Clipped planchets, where a piece of the coin is missing due to a mistake in the blank cutting stage, are also highly sought after by error collectors. Another area of interest is condition rarity, which refers to how well preserved a coin is. Even though billions of 2018 pennies were minted, finding one in near-perfect condition is actually quite difficult. Coins are typically distributed in large bulk bags, rolled, handled, and tossed into circulation. Tiny contact marks, scratches, or weak strikes can quickly eliminate a coin from being considered mint-state gem quality. Coins are professionally graded on a 70-point scale, with MS-60 being the lowest mint state and MS-70 being a perfect coin with no visible imperfections under magnification. A 2018 Lincoln penny that grades MS-66 is fairly common. But at MS-67 or MS-68, the number of surviving coins drops dramatically. These are the grades where values start to rise. For example, a 2018 D penny graded MS-68 Red, RD, by PCGS has sold at auction for over $200. The same coin in MS-67 might only be worth $10 to $25, illustrating how steep the curve is when it comes to high-grade modern coins. Even more impressive, coins with a first strike or early strike designation, meaning they were struck with fresh dies and submitted for grading within the first 30 days of release, can command a premium on the open market, especially when combined with a high grade. Some collectors also search for unusual planchet compositions, though none have been officially confirmed for the 2018 issue. In rare cases, transitional errors occur when a coin is struck on a planchet intended for a different denomination or metal composition. These errors are extremely rare but have been seen in other years of Lincoln cents, so collectors are always on the lookout. In the market, most 2018 pennies that are worth more than a cent fall into one of three categories: certified high-grade examples, coins with dramatic mint errors, or varieties that have been confirmed by major grading services. Coins meeting these criteria can sell for anywhere from a few dollars to several hundred, depending on their appeal to collectors. Auction records give us real-world examples. In recent years, eBay and other platforms have seen MS-68 Red examples sell for upwards of $250, particularly for the 2018 D issue. Certified double die examples, although less common, have brought in $75 to $150, depending on eye appeal. Error coins, especially those with clear off-center strikes or dramatic clips, often sell quickly to specialized collectors, sometimes at premium prices depending on how rare and clean the error is. It's also worth noting that grading and attribution from recognized third-party services, such as PCGS, NGC, or ANAX, adds credibility and marketability. A raw 2018 penny with an error might only fetch a few dollars, but the same coin graded and labeled as a known variety or MS-68 could be worth 10 times as much or more. So while the 2018 Lincoln penny may seem like an ordinary coin, it holds pockets of value for those who know where and how to look. Whether it's a rare error, a pristine strike, or a unique die variety, these small cents continue to spark interest and competition among collectors. For sharp-eyed individuals and patient roll searchers, even the most modern coinage can still offer rare finds that turn pocket change into prized possessions. If you enjoyed today's exploration, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin discoveries, and share this video with fellow collectors. And as always, keep searching for those hidden treasures in your change. You never know when you might stumble upon the next big mystery.